Right, what's going on, guys? Your boy Uch back in once again with another trailer reaction. Now I know everybody's been talking about this dude Luke, and I'm not gonna lie, it does seem a bit odd that Capcom went in the direction of having a brand new character versus a returning character or someone else that we maybe were predicting that maybe wasn't really considered a returning character. But it's a very bold move from Capcom. But hey, if the character itself turns out dope, then I guess it's a win for them, in my book. But honestly, if you ask me, I actually did do a video about who I was expecting to see as the last character, and I was trying to make all sorts of sense and tie it back to any possible hints. I was basically alluding to Kenny Omega, quite possibly, considering that AEW and Capcom have been pretty much collaborating for about a year at this point. They put out some t-shirts last year. Actually, no, it's been more than a year, because they had the AEW Capcom t-shirts starting with Dan, I want to say, and then they had like a Young Bucks Kenny up against Ryu, Ken, and Akuma. And they had a bunch of other ones, and even before that, they even had Kenny as Cody in his reveal trailer. So I was banking on a Kenny Omega character for Street Fighter V to wrap up this Champion Edition. But who's to say the possibility for Kenny Omega to ever be a playable character in Street Fighter could possibly happen in the future. So I want to watch this trailer. Let's get right into it, and hope that this dude impresses me.
いつかあの背中に追いつくために
He said one day he wants to be a man like him. So okay, maybe he looks up to somebody. I'm guessing Balrog, because he does have the whole boxer gimmick look. Whoa! Holy! Okay. Damn. Oh, wow. Oh my, what the? Okay. Damn. Jesus. Oh my. Nah. You can't give a boxer stuff like that. That's crazy. That is insane. Sheesh. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play that back one more time. It was a fairly short trailer, and I wanna kind of break down a little some of his moves. Not really do too heavy of a breakdown, but just to kind of highlight some of this dude's moves, because he looks absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know who he's taking inspiration from, because you can't really just narrow him down to just being all about Balrog or even Dudley. I mean, as far as those cross-screen projectiles goes, it looks like this guy, you could even argue that it's almost like he has like a burn knuckle kind of situation going on, kind of similar to Terry from King of Fighters. Obviously it's completely different. He's not doing it on the floor. It's like the way he just shoots it out, it kind of reminds me of that. But like let's watch some of this gameplay again. Like, yeah, like look at right here. Like he's chucking projectiles as a boxer. Now my first question is he a charge character, or is he an input based character? Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, if he's an input based character and he's a boxer and he's throwing projectiles, Luke is gonna be a problem. I can tell you guys right now. Look at this. Like that reminds me of the Ignition Knuckle a little bit. Almost looking. Well, I was gonna say RJ, because obviously I play Power Rangers, but obviously that is heavily inspired of course, also by Terry. Yeah, right. So let's see. And he gets an off the bounce wall. Now, the funny thing I also wanted to point out is I noticed his DP looks a little familiar, and I couldn't put my finger on it, but I feel like this is kind of reminiscent of my man Sean. And Sean, for those that might not know, is from Third Strike or Street Fighter 3. And obviously he has not been in this game at all outside of maybe being mentioned in Laura's story because that's her brother. But it's kind of cool to see a little bit of some Sean flavor maybe. Yeah, like he's got overhead kicks, overhead punches. His combos don't look too long, and that's not a bad thing either. I feel like, you know, that'll be a lot easier to learn. But I don't know what his damage output looks like because obviously, you know, obviously we're not seeing any life bars. But I wanted to also check this out really quick because this might be a V skill or something like that, or a V trigger maybe, because this dude right now, he's doing some kind of charge up. If you notice his tattoos right on the forearms right there, he literally powers himself up, and I'm sure this is a damage boosting type of ability. Also gives him a little bit more oomph and more combo potential, it seems. Yeah, he got knees as well. Oh my goodness. There goes the V trigger. Damn. Yo, Luke is crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. So, I feel like I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like Luke is gonna be one of those characters that he looks basic enough and simple enough that I'm sure if anybody had an interest in him, people will naturally pick him up and, you know, learn him and all that. Now, like I said earlier, I'm not sure if it was confirmed or not, if he'll be a charge character or an input-based character. Either way, his combos don't look too hectic to perform. His combos, I really feel like, don't really go past maybe 5 or 6 hits at most, which, again, is not a bad thing. But, I mean, I will say this. Capcom did a good job impressing me because, again, this is a big risk kind of move. A lot of people, I'm sure, not even just speaking for myself, but I'm just, you know, I'm pretty sure I'm speaking for a lot of people when I say that when you have a final character reveal for a game like Street Fighter, like 9 times out of 10, everyone's gonna expect for that last character to be like a returner or someone major, like a guest character, you know, like, and I know Maximilian was trying to say like it was gonna be Kyo Kusanagi from King of Fighters, which would have been a really cool move to see, you know, because that would have honestly played into, you know, the King of Fighters 15 release later on down the road. But they went the whole new character route for the last thing. And to be honest, now that I think about it, I don't really feel like this is the first time we've seen that. I mean, one can argue that if you go back to Street Fighter 4, wasn't the Capri like the last character that they announced for Street Fighter 4? Or was it Elena? I don't even remember, to be honest. It was like one of those two. Either way, I still think that it was a very bold choice. And we're just going to have to wait and see because, again, this is the final character. So after this, the only kind of announcements that I'm expecting from Capcom Street Fighter wise is, you know, Street Fighter 6. So the first 4 characters all being returners and an appearance from rival schools that's not Sakura, right? Which is pretty dope. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Luke in the near future.